Hello everybody, welcome to Gochujang Mama. Today we'll be making chicken in mole sauce. Now to get started, you will need first I have a pair of kitchen shears and I'm just going to go ahead and split open all my chiles and remove the seeds. You want to make sure you remove the seeds first. That'll help the process move a little bit faster. And after removing the seeds, I'm going to take all my chiles and toast them in a dry pan. And it took me about 10 minutes to get them to the toasted consistency that I wanted. And here you can see the color starting to darken, and I think these are ready. All my chiles for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to place a heavy bowl on top to keep them submerged. So now in the same pan, I'm going to start roasting my onion, garlic, and if you notice I left the skin on my garlic cloves, my tomatillos, my tomatoes, and I'm also going to toss in the cinnamon stick to go ahead and toast that, and the coriander seed. And the coriander seed really doesn't need that long of a toasting, so I'm going to remove that before everything else. You want to make sure all of your vegetables get nice and blistered. I removed them, and now I'm going to toast my corn tortilla. And I've already placed all of our roasted veggies in the blender, and I'm just adding my tortilla. I'm breaking apart my cinnamon stick, and I'm adding my coriander seed and the 2 cloves, and I'm going to blend well. Next, I'm going to strain my puree for any bits and pieces that didn't blend. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and puree my chiles. I added just a 1/4 cup of water to the chiles to start the puree, and I'm just going to blend until it's smooth, and now I'm going to go ahead and strain that as well. Now I'm going to mix both purees, and next I'm going to go ahead and start our chicken. Taking a whole fryer, I broke it down to 8 pieces. I'm adding onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. And I'm going to boil that, and any fat and scum that floats to the top, you want to remove it because this will give you a nice broth to use later. So after about an hour and a half, this is what my chicken looks like. You want it to be tender and cooked through. And now I'm going to remove the chicken from the chicken broth and set that aside. Next, I'm going to transfer the chicken broth to a smaller pot and set it aside. And I have 2 cups of reserved chicken broth, which I'll use for my mole sauce. But the rest I'm going to set it aside, and I'll use that later in a good Mexican rice. So in my pot, I'm not going to bother washing it because any flavor left at the bottom is good for the sauce. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of oil, heat that up, and now I'm going to start cooking out my puree, and this is the beginning stages of our mole sauce. And you want to cook it out for about 15 to 20 minutes, just so the flavors start developing in the sauce. And in the meantime, while it's cooking out, I'm going to chop up my chocolate, and I use a tablet and a half, and I'm going to add it to my mole sauce, and this will give it a nice, sweet, rich flavor. I like my mole sauce to be sweet and spicy, not too spicy, which is why I used the combination of chiles that I did. I'm also going to add my peanut butter, and I know there's mole sauces that call for raisins and sesame seeds and almonds, and there's so many ingredients, but the combination of ingredients I use is what I find more convenient and tasty to me. So here I'm adding my 2 teaspoons of sugar, salt to taste. I added a little bit of chicken broth, and now I'm adding my ground cumin, and I'm just going to continue simmering my mole sauce. I'm going to simmer it for about another 20 minutes, just so everything melts down, mixes well, and starts to develop. And you want to just add your chicken broth little by little as it's simmering. You want to keep it loose. You don't want it too thick because it'll start burning. Now here I'm adding my chicken back into my mole sauce, and I'm going to let that simmer for an additional 20 to 30 minutes. Again, the longer you simmer it, the more the flavor starts to develop, and that's what I like. So after about 30 minutes, I've plated my delicious mole. Here we have it. And I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you find it delicious, and thanks for watching.